At the end of this video, you'll be eligible to participate in a drawing. All you have to do to enter is drop a comment on me. Let's get started on this project. Welcome to Paul's Toolbox. For those of you who follow my channel, you'll see I'm one step closer to getting this bathroom done. We had the countertops installed by Kitchen Depot in New Orleans, and I bought the cabinets from them too. These were knockdown cabinets, RTA cabinets. That means cabinets that you put together, ready to assemble. So they have soft close drawers and doors. These are really nice cabinets for my bathroom, jazzing it up. Check out your door frames and your window frames. If you haven't noticed it in the past, you probably notice it now once I brought it to your attention. The reveal around your door frame right here, that should be a 1/4 inch, or it at least should be even. You don't want it less than a 1/4 inch because your hinges will rub on there. But if you have a 1/4 inch reveal or a little bit more, it should be even, and in most houses it's not. This right here is going to help you out when doing this, and it's going to keep everything even. Not only that, it's going to make it so much easier for you to match everything up, and we're going to get started on it right now. It's amazing how you can make a little tool like this or a jig like this in just a couple of minutes, and it's going to save you so much time in the long run. What we're going to do is take a 1/2 inch piece of plywood, and I'm going to rip it 3/4 inch wide. But first I'm going to cut it down to a small length because I don't need to rip a large piece. We're going to set it up at 3/4 inch. So we're going to make this 2 3/4 inch. You can make it any length you want. This works fine for me. So we're right at 2 3/4. Flip it over, and this side's going to be 2 1/4. We wanted a 1/2 inch smaller. So we're going to make this at 2 1/4. Get a nice straight line right where I need it to be. And that's it. So simple. I'm going to make these 2 cuts right here and here on the chop saw. First we're going to take our 2 1/4 inch piece, set it flat against there. Now we're going to take this one and set it on edge because it's 3/4 inch high, and that gives me my 1/4 inch reveal. Right here is a spacer. I'm just going to sit this right against there and make it flush on this side, so then I'm going to be flush on this side as well. It centers it. We're going to be using 2P10 glue with the activator. This is made by Fast Cap. I'm going to have the link in the description box. This is an excellent glue. It bonds super quick. I take my 2P10 activator, spray it on there, put that up just like that. Now this part is going to go against there, so I'm going to take my glue and put it against the edge here. Okay, once it gets on there, it bonds instantly, or really fast. So you want to make sure you line everything up first, putting this right on the edge. And I just hold it there for a few seconds. And that's it. I'm flush here, I'm flush here, and I'm flush here. So this is going to give you that perfect reveal all the way around. I never recommend working without a tape measure, but this little gadget right here will save you if you don't have a tape measure on you. I'm going to be able to do this whole entire frame without even having a tape measure, and I can do picture frames or window casing as well. So what you'll do is you make sure first that you have a square area to work with. If it is not, you want to shim it in certain spots to get a square corner. The most important part of a door frame is to make sure that your hinge side is square. Now this is very important too because you want to have a nice reveal. It's not as important as far as hanging the door and having it swing right, because if this is out of square right here, your door's not going to swing right. It's going to either flop open or stay closed or bind. If you look closely at this tool, you'll see that I have a 1/4 inch reveal here, a 1/4 inch reveal here, and if you put it this way, we have a 1/4 inch reveal here. This is what makes it so easy when you're putting frames in. So what I'm going to do is take my frame or my trim, set it down on my finished floor. Once I set it on my finished floor, I'm going to take this little block and I'm going to put it against the door jamb with the 1/4 inch hanging over, just like that. Okay? I'm going to make sure this is pretty close, all the way up and down. Then I push it all the way to the top. When I put it all the way to the top, I just take a pencil and mark the short point of my trim. Now all I have to do is take this block, flip it upside down, and go to the other side. And we're going to do the same thing right here. Now I'm going to slide it down and make sure my reveal's the same. Pull it right there. Once I hold it in place, I'm going to make my mark right across the top of here. That's my exact mark. I'm going to take these two pieces and cut from my mark out at a 45-degree angle, because that's a 90-degree turn. And it takes two 45s on a miter to make 90 degrees. So I'll be right back. All right, here's my two pieces. And when I set them down on the floor, they're going to fit exactly where I want them to go. And I'm going to take this and get my reveal. So we'll set it right here. Put my block against there, just like I did earlier, against the door jamb. And make sure it's all in the right position. I keep everything tight, slide it up and down. I'm right where I want to be. I'm going to put a tack in there. And I'm going to put one here. We're good there. We bring it down, push it tight on both of them, just like that, and we'll pop a tack in. And we'll put one here. And we can go down a little lower and do the same thing. You see how easy that is? We marked the inside corners on these two. This one we're going to mark the outside, because we're going to put it upside down, set it right on the top of there where this point meets the flat edge right there. Once we do that, we come over here and we mark the outside. That's all there is to it. Now if I didn't have a wall here, I could extend it past there and put a mark on this side too. But my wall's right here. So we're going to take and make this miter from the long point in, just like that. And then this one is going to go right from my mark, which is right here, and it's going to go in. Okay, let's see how this baby fits. Like a glove. Before we go and put this in place, we want to glue it. I always glue my corners and my seams, because you don't want this opening up after you paint it. Don't take and put this on and rub caulk in there, because that is going to shrink. It expands and contracts in the winter and summer. So in the heat, it's going to expand, and when it's cold, it's going to contract, and you're going to have cracks that'll pop up here. So make sure you glue it. Let's take this, put a little glue in here, and that's it. That's all she wrote. I'm perfect right here and here, so I'm going to go ahead and tack it. I have a tiny bow here, and I can pull it down, line it up with my tool. So we'll shoot one right here. And we'll pop one in right here into the door jamb. Same here. I'll keep it real tight. My corner's perfect. And we'll take this, set it on here, pull it down to where it matches. I personally like to shoot a nail into the corner to make sure it holds them tight till that glue dries. And of course I'm using my great Louisville ladder where I can stick it right in the corner and still have stability. And I'm going to shoot it on this side. Now she's not going anywhere. I have a wet rag and I'll just clean off the glue. We're one step closer to getting this bathroom completed, and thanks to this tool, all of my door jambs and casings are going to look perfect in this house. Now, I want to recap something real quick. If you look at your door jamb, you want to make sure that it's square, and I mentioned that earlier. This right here has to be perfect because you're following it around when you put this tool on here, and your reveal is going to be perfect as long as this is. If you do not have a nice square opening, you'll want to put some shims in there and get it square. Once that's squared up, you just come back with this tool and you can see it only takes minutes. Make sure to comment because we're going to choose 3 winners from the first 150 people that comment on this channel. And you're going to win a MEGAPRO ratcheting screwdriver. This is an automotive ratcheting screwdriver. Just listen to the gears in here. You see how tight it is? This has 13 different tips in the back. You have a 1/4-inch nut driver in the front with a stainless steel shaft, and this is magnetic. Great tools. This is made in Vancouver, Canada. All their other screwdrivers are made in USA, and these things come with a lifetime warranty. So don't forget to comment. Check out paulstoolbox.com for all my archive videos and a lot of information on tools that I use, such as MEGAPRO. I'll see you guys on the next project. Don't forget to subscribe, and if you found this useful, hit like for me.